What is up, you guys? My name is Breyonna, and today we are going to be going over my current favorite beauty products. And I don't know about you guys, but I am so obsessed with watching these types of videos. Maybe it's because I'm a nosy kind of person and I love to see what people are really into and what they don't like. But I don't know, I thought it'd be really fun if we film one today because I've been watching them religiously lately, and I was like, you know what? I think we should do one. But before I share with you guys my current obsessions, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @BreyonnaFaye. So I'm going to quit my rambling, but the first product that we are going to be talking about is a foundation I cannot get enough of, and that is the Nyx Cosmetics Born to Glow foundation in the shade Light Porcelain. And this foundation is so beautiful on the skin. I'm wearing it right now and you can see it just has this flawless look to it, but at the same time it looks like your skin. And that's the thing that I really like about this, is that it's not matte, it's not dewy, it's right in the middle, and it just looks like your skin but better. Coverage wise with this one, I would definitely say it's a medium buildable. You can build it up to somewhat full coverage, but it's definitely not a super crazy full coverage foundation, if you know what I mean. But if you're looking for a really good summer foundation that is super lightweight on the skin and wears really nice throughout the day, I definitely recommend trying this one out. So the next product that we are going to be talking about is these eye toppers from Milani. These are from their Ludicrous Lights collection, and oh my gosh, they are so pretty on the eyes. They have an iridescent shine to them, and they're also super sparkly. There was only 3 of them in this collection, but I'm going to do some swatches for you guys. So here is this peachy one, and this one's called Peachella. And this one's kind of like a peach, and it has a green gold in it. It's a really beautiful color. I don't know if you guys can see the shine of it. And the next one that I have is called Lollapalooza, which I struggle so hard saying the name of this one. I actually recently used it in a tutorial of mine. And it's a blue with some really bright purple sparkle to it. I will say out of all of them, this one is the most finicky, and I definitely recommend applying it with a brush over the applicator, but it still gives a beautiful effect on the eyes. And the last one that I have from this collection is called Pinkaroo, and this one's a bright pink with purple sparkle in it. This one's probably my second favorite. I just think that this one just has a cool look to it, especially with pink eyeshadow looks. Do you see the shine though? My swatches turned out so wonky, but this is what they look like up close. And I don't know if you guys can see the shine factor of them, but in person they are super, super sparkly. Normally I'm one of those people that doesn't get really obsessive over mascara. I just find mascara usually as mascara, but these ones from Benefit, they are game changers for me. I absolutely love them. And today I'm wearing the one called They're Real, and it just makes my lashes look so pretty, and it gives them a natural look, but it also gives them a little bit of volume and a little bit of length. And you guys know my natural lashes are so stubby and super sparse. I probably only have 10 lashes, honestly, because my lashes, there's barely anything going on with them. But these mascaras just work so well with them, and you can see they just have a really pretty effect. And what I like about the one called They're Real is that it is a little bit more of a natural looking mascara, but it still gives you a little bit of a wow factor. Whereas Bad Gal Bang, this one is a very va va voom mascara. If you love a lot of volume and you want your lashes to really pop, I would definitely recommend that one over They're Real. So the next product that we are going to be talking about is from ColourPop, and this is the Pressed Powder Blush in the shade Matchmaker. This is from the Milan collection, and I know this is technically a blush, but I absolutely love it for contour. I'm wearing it right now, and what I like about it is that it's not too cool toned and it's not too warm. It's right in the middle, and also it blends out like butter. If you're like me and you have fair skin and you're looking for a contour powder that can go with any type of eye look, I definitely recommend trying this one out. So the eyeshadow palette that I cannot get enough of right now is the Be Perfect x Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro Palette, which is a really long title for this palette, but man, is she beautiful. If you haven't seen this palette before, it's just really a gorgeous palette overall. You can just do so much with it. There's some neutrals in here, there's a lot of brights, there's some neons, and also you get some really fun face highlighters as well. But the formula of the eyeshadows in here is where it's at. The mattes, super pigmented, and they blend out like a dream. If you're a beginner, you will have no problems with these. And also the shimmers in here are super sparkly on the eyes. And I don't know how else to say it, but this palette is becoming my #1 ride or die holy grail. Literally, it has surpassed a lot of the other palettes in my collection after I started using it more, just because the quality is so good and you can just do a lot with this palette. But if you'd like to see my more in-depth review on this palette or any of the other looks I have done using it, I'll have them linked in the description box down below for you. I'm just gonna say though, this palette, she's really expensive. I believe it's about $60 or so. And I mean, you do get a lot of eyeshadows in here, but she's definitely a little bit of a steep price overall. But I know Beauty Bay right now has this one on sale, and I also believe that Be Perfect is running some really good sales too. I don't know how long they are gonna last, but I did see them earlier before I filmed this video. Man, my hair is doing some funky stuff in this video. Like, it just does not want to stay where I put it. And I think it's because it's so humid where I'm at. But the next product that we are going to be talking about is from Morphe, and this is their blending sponge. I'm not 100% sure on the exact name of it, but it's this red one, and it has like these flatter edges right here, and then it has like a teardrop shape on the other side. I use this sponge though in a lot of my tutorials. I really see a difference with it, and I think it doesn't soak up a lot of product either. And just overall, I think it gives me a really nice blend. I will say though, I only like this red one. I do not like the Jeffree Star one. I think that one is horrible and just super hard, whereas this one is super soft and plushy. So this next product is a new favorite of mine, and that is from Nyx Cosmetics, and this is the Bare With Me Daily Moisturizing Primer with sunscreen in it, and it has SPF 30. And I just love this primer because it feels really nice and lightweight on the skin, and it's also really hydrating. It kind of reminds me of a typical like face lotion, like it's super thin and it sinks into the skin super quickly. But the reason that I like this one is not only does it work really well underneath makeup because again it is a primer, but I also really like that it has sunscreen in it because I'm one of those people, I am so bad about applying it. Like, I don't know why I am, I just forget to apply it, and then by the time I remember, I already have my full face on. It's just like a whole thing. But because of that, I just really like that this primer has SPF because it just makes me feel a little bit better and also makes me feel like I'm taking care of my skin. In case you guys didn't know, Benefit's Cookie is my new ride or die holy grail highlight. Like, I seriously cannot get enough of it. I will say though, I'm not the biggest fan of the packaging. I kind of find it a little bit annoying because sometimes like these edges of the box get like in the pan and kind of crumble it. I don't know if you can see, I accidentally did it on one of the sides here. But even with the packaging being like that, I just love how it looks on the face. I'm wearing it right now and I have it as well as in my inner corner. But do you see what I mean though? It just has like this beautiful glow from within, and it kind of has like that wet, kind of dewy look to it, but at the same time, it is not glittery whatsoever. I'll get up close and personal so you guys can see it a little bit better, but do you see that really pretty shine? Like, I am literally so obsessed. Like, this is my ride or die. Like, it is so good. And I love that it doesn't have glitter in it, because don't get me wrong, like, I love glittery highlights, but sometimes with certain looks, they can be a little too much, whereas this one, it gives you just like this beautiful, like, healthy skin look. Now, I don't know if you're like this too, but with pencil liners, I am so picky with them because my eyes are super sensitive, and a lot of times they poke me and then my eye won't stop watering, and it's like a whole thing. But these ones from Morphe, I have been absolutely enjoying, and these ones are also really affordable. I think they're like $5 or so each, which is a really good price. But the ones that I really like shade-wise is this one right here called Bar. It's kind of like a coffee brown, and I also like this one right here called Coconut, which is the one that I'm wearing right now, and this one is a matte white. I'll show you guys what they look like, but here's Coconut. It's just a really pretty white. It's not super crazy white either. It's like a really nice one for the waterline. And then here is Bar. What's also really nice about these pencils is that they aren't super creamy, so they don't slip and slide everywhere, because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a pencil liner can be a little too creamy sometimes, and they just kind of get everywhere at the end of the day, and it's like a hot mess. But these ones, they just have like the right amount of slip, but at the same time, they last all day in my waterline. Recently, I have been really liking ColourPop Super Shock shadows, and these ones are my favorite. And this first one in the mint packaging is called Mint For You, and this one is so pretty on the eyes. Like, it is super sparkly, and it's just a color you don't see all that much. Because it's kind of like a deeper mint, and then it also has like this little hint of silver reflect in it. Depending on the look that you do with it, it can either lean really blue or really green. It's a really cool color. And I also really like this one from the Making Mauves collection. It is called Day Trippin'. And this one's like an icy, almost like mauve shade with like a little hint of blue sparkle to it. This one to me is more so of a lid topper. But oh, are they beautiful. I'll do another layer for you guys, but this is kind of what it looks like. To me, that one is a little bit more for transforming other shadows, whereas Mint For You is definitely really beautiful on its own. Up until probably about a month ago or so, I was using the exact same lash glue for probably about 3 years. Like, as you can tell, I was really obsessed with it, but for some odd reason, it started giving me a rash right above my lashes right here. You guys probably saw it in a couple of my videos, and for the life of me, I could not figure out what was doing it, because again, I used it for 3 years, and at the time, I was through my tube about halfway, so I was like, why would it start giving me a rash? But one day I was like, you know what, I want to try out a different lash glue and see what happens, and I tried out this one from Tarte, and oh my gosh, like this one is such a game changer. But what I like about this Tarte lash glue is that the formula is super jet black. Like, I just think it is like the nicest color, and also it has a brush tip, and I'm not used to using one, but it makes it so much easier to apply the perfect amount of lash glue to your lashes, because sometimes with the squeeze tubes, I've noticed that it kind of like runs off and then it starts ruining the lashes. And this one just is so much easier to use. I also have super sensitive eyes, and this one does not irritate my skin at all or make them really watery. And it's also just really easy to remove at night. Like, sometimes I feel like lash glues, they can just be too strong and you get it like all in your hairs and then it starts removing things and it's just like a hot mess. But this one's just really easy. So the next product that we're going to be talking about is again from Morphe, and this is the Felt Tip Liquid Liner in the shade Ink, which is just a jet black liner, and oh my gosh, like this liner is so good, especially if you're like me and you kind of struggle with doing a wing, because this one's just super fine and also has a really nice matte finish. But with this liner, it does not crack nor bleed for me. It also lasts all day, which is really nice. It just has a really great formula to it. But the only disadvantage is that with this formula, there is only one color, which is the black one. So if you're looking for a brown one, they unfortunately don't have it. Now, if you're more into a brush tip liquid liner, I absolutely love these ones from Nyx. Like, they are so good. And these ones are the brand new Epic Wear Waterproof Embody liquid liners. And as you can see, I have a lot of colors here. So what's really unique about these liners is the formula. It's kind of like a gel liner, but it's a little bit more creamy than that. It just has a really cool consistency. And also, it is super pigmented and very long wearing. So the one that I just swatched for you guys was the black formula, but this one is the one called Sapphire, which I think is just so cool. It's this really gorgeous bright blue. But again, like, look how pigmented this is. I really hope that they expand these liners, because if they could do some pastels with these, I think it would be amazing. But this next one we're going to be swatching is called Stone Fox. I just used it in the video before this one, and man, it is a gorgeous gray. Because it's kind of like a mid-tone gray with like a steel kind of undertone to it. Looks really cool. To me though, the star of the show of these liners is the white one. Oh my gosh, like it is so hard to find a really good white liquid liner. And this one swipe coverage. Like, prepare yourself, like it is super good. I mean, like, look at this. It literally looks like white out, and again, it does not crack nor bleed, and you don't even have to do 2 coats with it. So here's what they look like up close, and as you can see, my swatches, they are a little wonky, but this is what the colors look like, and again, this is only 1 dip. I did not do 2 coats. But yeah, so those are my current favorites, and as you can see, a lot of the products that we talked about are either really affordable or you can find at the drugstore. Like, I feel like drugstore makeup recently has been killing the game. In the comments down below though, let me know what you think about the products that I talked about today if you have tried them, and also let me know what your current favorites are and what you would recommend for me to try, because you guys always recommend the coolest products. But if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @Breyonna Faye. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!